So that's the LiDAR that you took from your phone.
Yep.
Of the rear end housing.
Yeah.
And how are you going to draw that? You take this and put it into what?
I've just got an infusion, so I'm just gonna put a sketch plane right there. I'm gonna look at where the holes are, and I'm just gonna copy the holes, and then that means I can copy that curvature and that curvature without having to do any kind of weird shit.
Can you smooth this out, or I mean, because that's like the casting they do.
Yeah, right. You can see the casting. That's pretty good. It's much better resolution because I hadn't tried the photo scanning method until today. Because I didn't think you could get this good resolution with this app.
Yeah, no, I mess with it too, but
I was like, you can kind of do big things, and I was like,
that's awesome.
No, this is good. You can get really.
Well, who would have thought? Now it's you just got to take a picture of something to make brackets. Take a picture of it, put it in the computer, touch some buttons, and then take it over to the plasma table, and then that'll cut it out, which is crazy. This is the engine for the 34 Ford. Matt's prepping for paint right now. These aren't the valve covers that are going on it, they're just kind of on there for paint. But this motor came from Bob Godgart from Killer Crate.
Makes 390 horsepower. It's rated for 410 foot-pounds of torque, but it makes 420.7 foot-pounds of torque. It's really close to 420.69 foot-pounds of torque, so we're gonna just say it makes that. Small block Chevy. It's gonna be Fonzie black. The whole thing. And that's it. What's it getting for a carburetor? Poly double pumper? 13,750. Oh, I'm just saying.
In your professional opinion?
We don't have a double pumper. 750.
Jack's prepping the wagon. Inside of this thing is all now seam sealed and getting ready for paint on the inside of this thing. This is the inside of Max's 55 Chrysler wagon. So there needed some work in here. Like I think we had to make some patch panels for here. And then I think that's kind of it. All right, right now Jack is prepping these valve covers for paint, and them being sanded, they're just like brushed looking now, and I think they look so good. If everything was black and it was just these in that brushed, I think that looks so good that way. Man, I'm gonna call him again because I just got off the phone with him, but gosh, that looks so sick. Originally they come and there's like, this is all really rough cast, and then they're just polished on the outside, and then there's like this rough cast on the inside, and that's how they sell them. We're gonna paint them. You know, the original thought was to paint this all black and then possibly sand the fins down so the fins will just be polished. But with prepping these, this is
kind of how it happened, because I didn't plan on making them. This is just them looking like that after stuffing and prepping them for paint. I blocked in here just to get rid of the casting flash, make it a little bit smoother, and just carried it on through the rest of the valve cover.
Yeah, these look really, really nice, man. What's up, Jack?
Put in the comments down below what color you think we're painting this. You ever go on Craigslist, or not even Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, and you see cars that are like, oh yeah, just had the engine rebuilt, and you look at it, and it's like the blocks, cat, diesel, yellow, like the head's painted neon green. You're like, what?
Fresh rebuild.
Fresh rebuild. Like, oh.
And then, if the manifolds are off it and everything is just spray painted in there.
Yes.
And there's like paint on the valves.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's always a good one.
Those around just use spark plugs. Yeah, okay, buddy. Okay, whatever you say there. Champ. Sport. Buckaroo.
So Jack finished up the interior on the 55 wagon, and it came out really, really good. Floors are ready for sound deadening material.
Blah, 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 blah. We're matching, our fits match. I planned this out today. dress in tomorrow? Can you guess?
To match the motor?
It's not gonna be Hugger Orange. Oh, that's right, if you guess Nardo Gray, false, wrong. This is just primer.
We're not spraying the valve covers on the engine because we're gonna sand the fins on the valve covers, and it would be just a mess to try to do it on here and then have to clean off whatever got sanded off on a fresh painted motor. So with the valve covers like this, once they're painted, we can then sand them and then wash them off, I guess, and then put them on the engine. It's my friend Johnny's Continental. He's been asking for probably 7 or 8 years for us to do something with this car, and for whatever reason it's just never worked out. Like, I don't know, I guess it's my fault, but yeah, long story short, my friend Glenn put another friend of mine, Glenn from up in Vermont, put chopping block suspension in it and did the air ride in it, and was just having some trouble with it running. It wasn't there was an issue with the charging system. Then it wasn't charging, and then the windows didn't work, and then the lights would flicker on and off and whatever. So long story short, we kind of messed with it a little bit, and now got it running really good. We just have to make sure pinion angle is where it needs to be, and there's a few things that need to happen with it, but you know, just because it really doesn't really have any road miles on it yet. So yeah, Glenn didn't finish it because Glenn opened a restaurant and he's been really busy with that. So he asked if we would kind of take on the project, and now Johnny, who owns the car, is saying, oh, I kind of want to do LS or something like that. So there's a pretty good chance we're gonna end up swapping this thing. So this is sitting at ride height right now. It goes up a lot higher, and then when it airs out, it airs all the way out too. So we just Timmy's playing with the air ride stuff right now. So just basically setting air ride, or setting ride height, I should say, and then just a few other things like getting the blower motor to work. And there's a lot of like things that we're just unsure of. One tail light, or one brake light. One of the brake lights is out.
Alright.
Are you airing it out right now?
All the way down in the back.
Does it roll all the way down? Oh, so it drives all the way down. Is that all the way down the front too? Interesting. It probably doesn't turn. It looks pretty sick like this. Turn. Go the other way.
You can do the parking lot crawl.
They look dry, yeah. That's just exhaust.
Oh, it probably is. I told you exhaust is stupid.
Hit the lights real quick. It's going in the trash can. Not heavy enough? No. See what you got. Ah, so close. You gotta go one more time? You need some more weight? You using all my nuts and bolts?
I'm trying to wash something cheap.
Something cheap?
Yeah.
Use that thing on the floor, that piece of aluminum. I don't need that. A little spacer. Yeah, I don't know. It's garbage. See what you got, Joe.
Heavy now.
Now it's good? Oh no. All right, go ahead. Ah, so close, Joe. Huh? Dude's amazing. Well, the weight of that thing, yeah.
That's how I make it.
Joe, you know what I'd like to do? Play frisbee. We should play some frisbee.
Boy, you got 50. You never brought it in. Right now, we need. Come on.
You're an amazing frisbee player. Probably we got the farthest frisbee throw I've ever seen.
Come on. Hey!
Ah! Close.
Hey, come here.
Never gonna make it, Joe. Never. One more time.
Wait, feel. Not heavy.
To get a little bit more height. Ah, so close. It's all right. I'll throw it out, Joe. You tried. You tried.
One more time. Come on. 5 times.
One more try?
That's it. See? Going in now.
Going in.
Ah, shit.
Ah! So close, Joe.
Not heavy.
Yeah, it's not heavy. You need more weight. All right. Good night. Joe said he's going to pick up a cat.
Now, that derailleur
Yeah.
is all metal,
Yeah.
not a piece of shit. Now, how do you put a derailleur on a bike? Do you know how?
How do I fit the
How
derailleur?
do you put them on? You gotta take these wheels on. There's no measurement for the thing. I don't have the tools.
What's that? You don't have the tools?
There's no brakes in the back. Look at the brakes in the
Every
front.
bike you have doesn't have brakes. I've never seen you ever have a bike that has brake pads. It's like the first thing you do. You take the brake pads
I'll
off.
bet you $100 I can come from Walmart in Brunswick
Yeah.
to the bottom of the Hoosick
Yeah.
in 6 minutes.
6 minutes
6 minutes. Faster than you can drive.
on this thing.
And any bike.
On any bike.
Any bike. 6 minutes.
From Walmart up at the top of Hoosick to the bottom of Hoosick Street.
Yeah.
6 minutes. How fast did you drive from Troy to Lake George on a motorcycle?
19.
19 minutes.
With the white on the back.
What kind of bike was it?
Honda Goldwing 1400.
How fast do you think you were going?
I have no idea.
Was she mad at you for driving that fast?
A little bit.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going home. Good night, Joe.
Bye.
19 minutes. Troy to Lake George. It's like 50 miles, at least. He is nuts. Anyways, hope you liked the video. See you guys.